Hello, welcome. This is blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Michael Saylor is saying that the Bitcoin is still dominating comparing to gold, S&P 500, and Nasdaq. But what he thinks actually right now, why it's better to have Bitcoin than other assets, I'm going to show you in a second. The second thing I would like to talk about is that Dimon says that brace yourself for an economic hurricane caused by the Fed and the Ukraine war. And this is probably which is the reason why the market now came down again a little bit. But we started to have this relief rally, but yeah, didn't happen because that much. We are in a weak situation, plus this one here. And then the third news is all about that Solana having problems again. It was yesterday halted for more than 4 hours. The network was down again, and Solana prices went down as well. Guys, all this in today's video. And if you would like to keep yourself up to date, which is, I think, very important, then simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom. Also hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and check out the links under this video because there are many useful ones. And now it's time to look at the market. And on the market, we can see that Bitcoin is down more than 5% in the last 24 hours. Therefore, 29,887 at the moment. Ethereum down 6%, 1,816 US dollar. When we're looking at the top gainers, we have Golem going up almost 40%. The Wave still going up, actually, just like yesterday and before yesterday, this time 11%. And we have Pax Gold, but this is like, well, kind of nothing. So not having a good day. On the other hand, when we have the losers, then we have double digits, a couple of at least. Compound 12% down, Airwave almost 12%, Kusama, and so on and so forth. Look at this, again, having a kind of bad day on the market. And I'm going to move on to the Bitcoin candlestick chart. Actually, I can do it here. And I'm going to talk about this, what is this here. But look, when we're looking at here, we just coming back to the levels, back to this kind of 30,000, which we were, and you know, we were basically between 28 and 30 since 11th, 12th of May. And now we had this little fake out breakout, but then nothing special happened. So the market is still weak. The volume is not strong. And but I would like to move on to the first topic. And the first topic is all about that why is actually Bitcoin still good in this bad situation? When we compare it, zoom out and compare it a little bit to the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or even to gold. And what Michael Saylor believes is rather better to have Bitcoin than anything else. So now we having pretty bad days, to be honest with you. The crypto market is just going down and down since, November last year. And many people have lose their faith in general. When it comes to investment, you don't know what to invest in because in these difficult times, everything is in the bad situation. So you really don't know which way you should really go. And here we have an article, and there Michael Saylor was saying a couple of things, which is written here in this article, that in a market full of chaos, and this is what we have right now, and sound of fury, people need a safe place to stand apart from intervention of a government, an agency, or a corporation. And Bitcoin represents a fair, open, and equitable network with very simple promise to anyone who wants to join, which is what your own is yours, and no one is going to take it away from you. And when it comes to investment, you really have to think about that many things you buy as an investment, it can be actually gold. You can keep your money in the bank, not the wisest thing to do, but like, whatever. You can buy property. These are all these things what the government can take away from you when it, this kind of bad situation, this chaos, this crisis reaching a certain level when they actually need some more, and well, they can take it from the people. So when it comes to Bitcoin, then they just cannot really do it, because they do not control Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a decentralized system. So this is actually very important. And another thing, when we here zoom out a little bit, and I would like to compare now the S&P 500, Dow Jones, gold, and Bitcoin. And to do it in a fair way, I would suggest to go back when we had the deepest point for each asset when the pandemic situation started. So when you go back to the S&P 500, there you can see that here, this was the deepest point where the S&P 500 was back in March 2020. And now where we are right now, it went up 88%, roughly speaking, okay? So 88% the S&P 500 is up since the deepest point. Then the same goes to Dow Jones, which when we're looking at this deepest point, almost the same day, this kind of very, very bad time in March would hit not just Bitcoin, but the whole stock market and everything. When we compare it to the day, what we have right now, it's 85%. Then you would think about gold as safe haven for yourself. And then you can see that gold actually went up 28%. And I'm comparing the worst, here you can see that this time it was just the same date, about plus minus a couple of days in March 2020, and what we have right now today in gold price. And here we go. Here we have Bitcoin. And on the other hand, Bitcoin, look, if we go back to this March date and we show where the Bitcoin price was, and we had this tremendous increase, but now we have a significant price drop in Bitcoin, it still makes it more than 600%. Plus, nobody can take it away from you. So you have to live with it. Bitcoin has a huge volatility, but when we zoom in and we compare these assets in the same period of time, so when we hit this very bad market crash, all of them reached a deep point, and then every asset has its own rally. Now we have a price drop, and now let's compare it where we are. And there we can see that Bitcoin is still up more than 600%. So, yeah, I think this is important. Another thing which I would like to point out that Blockworks posted on Twitter, that despite the dip, Bitcoin is still bigger than all these companies. Many of these companies saying pretty bad thing about Bitcoin. Previously, companies, JP Morgan and some others. And look at these companies here. When we're looking at their market cap, then you can see that Bitcoin is on the 10th place. And now this is like all the assets by market cap. So gold is obviously number one. The company Apple is on the 2nd place. And then we have all these companies. Then we have silver. And then we have Bitcoin on the 10th place with the present market cap, which is 570 billion US dollar. And then we have here Facebook and all these others. So even we have this significant dip in Bitcoin right now, it's still bigger than these companies. And Bitcoin is just 13 years old. It's very important to remember. Okay, so I think this is a little bit of hopium in these difficult times. Right, and now let's move on to the next topic. And the next topic is all about why the market went down again. And, Jamie Dimon can be kind of powerful man because he's the CEO basically of JP Morgan. And he said recently, yesterday, a couple of bad things about the economy. So whenever a big guy is saying pretty bad things about an economic situation, especially nowadays when actually we do know it's pretty bad, it can have an impact on the market. And now we have Jamie Dimon, who is saying that brace yourself for an economic hurricane caused by the Fed and the Ukraine war. So, there are two main factors that Dimon worried. The first, the Federal Reserve has signaled it will reserve its emergency bond buying programs and shrink its balance sheet. I talked about it yesterday. The so-called quantitative tightening, QT, is scheduled to begin this month and will ramp up to 95 billion a month in reduced bond holdings. But if you watched my yesterday's video, I talk about it, in more details. So he's saying that we have never had QT like this. So we are looking at something you could be writing history books on for 50 years. So this is history what we have right now, and we don't know the impact. Another large factor worrying Dimon is the Ukraine war and its impact on commodities, including food and fuel. So oil almost has to go up in price because of disruption caused by the worst European conflict since World War II, potentially hitting 150 or 175 US dollar a barrel. This is what Dimon is saying. So he's very much worrying about that. And of course, you always think that, okay, whatever, JP Morgan is saying and some of the big guys or the banks, why is this? Because they always would like to get in on very good levels. So if they're now pushing down even more the prices, it will be a better opportunity for them to do some shopping. It can be Bitcoin. It can be anything. We do know that JP Morgan is in Bitcoin as well. So yeah, we will see what's going to happen. But definitely, whatever these guys are saying have an impact on the market. And we could see that the relief rally yesterday just simply couldn't continue. Okay, and now the third topic. The third topic is all about Solana, which had problem again and again yesterday. So there are these big advantages when it comes to Solana. It is the transaction speed. It's very fast when it's working. But the problem is that Solana network having problems frequently. So Solana briefly halted for more than 4 hours yesterday and triggering a massive sell-off of the network's native Sol cryptocurrency, which is Sol. So the ninth largest cryptocurrency, which is the market cap is 13.5 billion, is now down 84.7% from its all-time high, which was 260 US dollars, the record, like for all altcoins in November 2021, and for the most of them, obviously. And this causes problems definitely when it comes to any product on the Solana network. For example, NFTs. OK Bears, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, NFT collection on Solana should decrease user interest, with 24 hours trading volume dropping by 43%, according to the data from OpenSea. Now we're living in difficult times when, holding, money in altcoins are risky because you don't know how much they can go down. And then if some of the altcoins doing something bad happened to it, like many times happening nowadays to the Solana, the network just simply stops and it's just not working, then you start to think that, it's maybe not the wisest thing to hold it right now in Solana. And because of these things, it's just pushing down the price more and more and more. And yes, so Solana is witnessing some troubles. But guys, don't forget that this kind of technology is in this infant age. And for all these layer one solutions, we need a lot of time until they can work and function very well. Now Solana, it's out for a while and it's trying with this fast transaction speed. to do the best. But if you're pushing the bar so high, then you're going to witness some problems. And this is what's happening right now. So in a couple of years' time, I'm pretty sure that some of the new layer 1 solutions can work pretty well. But who will be the winner, or which one will work really well? It's a good question. So far we have Ethereum, even if it's like expensive, but the network is functioning. So I think this is very important, because it can be cheap, but what if it's shaky? So yes, so this is what we have right now with Solana. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to get the daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news, and also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. See you tomorrow when I'm coming back with the freshest, because I'm bringing the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news for you every single weekday. So have a good one. Bye-bye.